Okay, listen up, IM2. Just as promised, I hope you watch this video later tonight, maybe early tomorrow morning, because part of tomorrow's quiz is we're going to make up the Venn diagram probability problems. Okay? Anyways, let's get started. So let's say, in this case, we asked, do you own a dog or cat? Now notice, we have 5 that own both a dog and cat, 11 that own dogs only, and 13 own a cat only. The key thing, though, is there's 40 people that were surveyed. 40 people were surveyed. Well, if we do the math, 11, 5, and 13, that only adds up to 29 people. That means there's some people missing. 11 to be exact, right? Because I'm just going to subtract it from 40 total people. So the first thing you're going to do on the quiz, of course, is you're going to complete the Venn diagram by making note, in this case, that there are 11. Now, the numbers are going to be different tomorrow, obviously, on the quiz, but we know that there are 11 that did neither a dog or a cat. Maybe they don't have any pets. Maybe they have a pet bird or a pet lizard or something else. Okay, but they don't have a dog or cat. Okay, so now that we have our Venn diagram complete, we can now answer some basic probability questions. So here we go. What's the probability that we have that we pick somebody that has a dog? Well, the trick here is you don't just do 11, because we also have 5 more that also happen to have a cat, but they still have a dog. So together, we have 16 out of the 40. And don't forget to reduce. This would be half credit. So reducing it, that would be 8 out of 20. I'm just going to keep dividing by 2. 4 out of 10, which is 2 out of 5. So 2 out of 5 would be full credit. What about the probability of a cat? Well, there's 13 that only had a cat, but we can't ignore there's 5 more here that have a cat. They just happen to also have a dog. But altogether, there's 18 out of 40 that have a cat. And again, we're going to want to reduce that. This time it's 9 out of 20. What about the probability of having both? Having both a dog and a cat. Well, that would be the 5 in the middle, right? So that would be 5 out of the 40. Dividing by 5, that's 1/8. So 1 out of every 8 people in this survey have both a dog and a cat. What about the probability of neither? Well, that was the 11 we calculated at the beginning of our problem, right? So that's 11 out of 40. And that can't be reduced. So 11 out of 40, I know, had neither a dog or a cat. Now we come to the key ones that still get you guys a little bit, but hopefully we can resolve it now. The key thing is this vertical bar right here, guys, means we know they had a cat. So then we're going to look and we're going to go, we have to look in here, right? We don't care about the 11 there that have a dog only. They don't have a cat, do they? Or what about the 11 out here that we calculated early? They don't have neither of them. So that leaves us the 18 that actually own a cat. Out of those 18, how many of them own a dog? These 5, right? So that's why we would say 5 out of the 18. Let's look at our last problem. This right here, guys, vertical bar means they're telling us we know, it's given, that they own a dog. Well, I hope you understand that means we're going to be looking at these 16 here. Not all 40. We don't include the 13 or the 11 because none of them own a dog. We know that there's a total of 16 that own a dog. Out of those, 5 out of those 16 have a cat. So that's why the final answer here is 5 out of 16. Neither of these can be reduced, but maybe you have to reduce them on the quiz tomorrow because the numbers will be different, but the questions will be the same. Okay? So guys, I hope you watched and studied this video, and hopefully you've gotten a little bit better with probability and understanding a Venn diagram. I'll see you tomorrow in class for the quiz.